Hello, Captains, and welcome to Star Trek Online. This video is going to be the introduction and tour of the official 4th expansion to Star Trek Online, known as Victory is Life. And I am at the intro screen of the game for a very specific reason, because we're going to take a look at one of the first new things you're going to be able to do with this new expansion. But first of all, this is, of course, Victory is Life. It launched June 5th. I am recording this the day after the launch. This is also the 25th anniversary of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So a lot of things line up together here. And obviously, this is Deep Space Nine, Gamma Quadrant, Dominion, Cardassian, well, more Dominion than Cardassian, oriented. That's what this expansion is all about. Now, we have been waiting for an expansion like this for quite a while. There's been a lot of rumors in the past about a playable Cardassian faction, perhaps, or Jem'Hadar, or opening up the Gamma Quadrant. When were we going to get the Gamma Quadrant? Were they ever going to put that in the game? Well, yes, they have, and it's here now. So first, if you are unfamiliar at all with this expansion, I have several game news videos. Go check those out. I'll put some links in the top right corner, and that will give you some background information on what is new with this expansion. This video today is going to be an exploration of what is new. I'm going to go into the game. We're going to walk around. I'm going to tour and show you what's new. But the very first thing I want to show you is right here in the character creation screen. Check this out. New character. And look what we have available to us now. They've restructured everything. We've got Starfleet. We all know the Starfleet faction. That's been here forever. We've got the Klingon Defense Force faction. We've got the Romulan Republic faction. And the TOS Starfleet, or TOS Starfleet, which has the United Federation of Planets banner. That is also a faction, but a smaller faction. It doesn't last very long. But it is still cool to play as that, and there are some very cool ships in the TOS faction. I actually recommend playing this if you never have. There's some really, really cool missions in here, and it's very nostalgic, and they did a good job bringing that nostalgia back. But what's new today with this expansion is the Dominion. That's right. We get to play as a Jem'Hadar, and there's 2 Jem'Hadars we get to play as. You've got the this regular Jem'Hadar, which is just a plain old Jem'Hadar. And then you've got this thing called Jem'Hadar Vanguard. Now this one is a C-Store unlock. Or if you have purchased the Vanguard pack, the full Vanguard pack, the big expensive one, you will also have access to this specific Jem'Hadar character. Now, as far as I know, the only difference between these 2 characters is that there is a Vanguard trait, and that trait will apply in space with the Jem'Hadar Vanguard versus the regular Jem'Hadar. It does not apply in space, it only applies on ground. Those, I think, are the only differences, although there might be more. I will have to read up on it a little bit more. I will be creating a new Jem'Hadar character, and I will be starting with the Jem'Hadar Vanguard. So I will read up a bit on the Jem'Hadar Vanguard to see what makes him unique. But that is what I will be playing as for my playthrough, so stay tuned for that. That will probably be coming up in a couple weeks. I also want to take advantage of the Gamma Recruits, which if you create a character between now and mid-July, July 18th I think, somewhere around there, you have the opportunity to become a Gamma Recruit, which gives you extra missions and extra things you can do that gives you unique rewards on your character, but also account-wide rewards. And a lot of people are rolling a Jem'Hadar character just for that, so they can have account-wide rewards. But as you can see, the Jem'Hadar, either one, gets to play as an engineering, a science, or a tactical, so you still get the 3 career types. But this 60 here is very important. What this means is, when you start this new character, it will start at level 60. So it is an end game character upon creation. Now, the new level cap for the game is 65. So there is a little bit of leveling to do with the character, but not a lot. 5 grades from 60 to 65 is all you'll be able to upgrade this character at. And this character will come fully equipped with a starship. And from what I understand, it is a Tier 5U bug, as they call it. It's the Cardassian bug ship. Not Cardassian, excuse me, Dominion bug ship. But it comes fully equipped with, I believe, phased Polaron weapons. You also get a fully set bridge officer with gear. And you get a head start on reputation and a head start on specializations and your skill points, obviously. So you pretty much are creating an in-game character with 5 levels that you get to go up in. And there's going to be 7 missions associated with this Jem'Hadar character that are unique to the Jem'Hadar character. 7, you could say, Gamma Quadrant missions, or Gamma missions. Now, with the regular character, like a Starfleet KDF or Romulan or whatever, they will only have 6 missions. So there's 1 less with the others. But this one has to do 7, I believe. And then what happens is all the previous cross-faction missions that are available with the other factions, Starfleet, Klingon, and so forth, become available on this character, so you can retroactively go backwards and play all those older missions if you want to. But I guess you don't have to. That would be optional, wouldn't it? So this is obviously the new unique thing here. I'm not going to go through the character creation process right now, but in my playthrough, I will definitely be going through that character creation process. So I will probably be rolling a Jem'Hadar Vanguard engineering character. So that's what I'll be doing for my playthrough. So that's the new thing, and that's right here at the intro, of course. But let's go into the game and see what else we can do. Obviously, rolling a Jem'Hadar character is going to be a big part of it. But there are other things as well. So when you first log in, something you will notice is you are level 60, because that's what level the last cap was. But you will notice that if you had any progression in your bar up here at the top, it has gone all the way back to the beginning of 60. So you lost your progression. But what that means is they have given you a free specialization point. A lot of people don't know this, but if you go to your skills up here and go to specializations, any specialization, I've got 3 available because I've got 2 to spend, but you should have 1 specialization point. You should have an extra specialization point to go spend. And the reason why they did that is because anybody who had progression up to level 60 through that was getting close to another, quote, increase. They decided to go ahead and just give, not have you waste that progression you had, but to go ahead and award you a specialization point anyway. But 60 is not the cap now. When you click this, you will see we can go now up to level 65. So we've got 5 grades that we can increase here. So at 61, you're going to get a Vice Admiral Starship Requisition Token. Finally, Vice Admirals will get a free ship, something we've been waiting for a very long time. They finally decided to go ahead and do that. So if you're a free-to-play player in this game, you can finally have a Vice Admiral ship for free. You don't have to go to the C-store to buy one or the exchange to buy one. Hallelujah. That's a big thing right there, folks. Really big for free-to-play players who want a better ship. Any single bridge officer specialization manual at level 62. At level 63, Fleet Admiral Space ability, you're going to get, if you're tactical, you're going to get a vulnerability assessment sweep. If you are engineering, you're going to get intrusive energy redirection. And if you are science, you're going to get co-opt energy weapons. I have no idea what any of those do. I haven't got them yet, so I haven't looked at them. But that's going to be an extra ability you will gain at level 63. And then level 64 is Gamma Quadrant Duty Officers. So you're going to get a set of Gamma Quadrant Duty Officers at 64. So for your doffing stuff, there you go. Level 65, finally, you're going to get a new Admiralty ship, and it is the CUV Tane is what you'll be getting. So for Admiralty, you'll have another ship that you can use for that. So each level does provide a reward. I like that. Thank you for giving us a reward at each level. That makes each level feel just a little bit better doing. You know, it makes you want to get up to level 65 so you can have everything again. But that's the deal. You're going to be at 60 and you're going to have to go level all of your characters to 65. So that's going to take some time right there and some grinding, of course. So if you're wondering what to do with this new expansion, well, there's one of the first things you can do with this new expansion is to go level yourself up to max cap 65 and get all those rewards. That's going to take you time to do right there, so have at it. But there's a lot more than just that, so let's go through it. If you click this little question mark here, you can read what's new in Victory is Life. And we'll just quickly go through this. Create a Jem'Hadar captain, we already talked about. That's going to be a big thing here. Roll a new Jem'Hadar captain and see what all that's about. So that's a lot of fun. The recruitment event, like I said, goes until July 18th. So that allows you to get unique rewards that are not just for the character you're creating, but account-wide, just like the Delta recruits. And this is for free-to-play players, veteran players, lifetime players. Everybody gets those rewards. A Gamma Quadrant Ark. There's a new storyline, and I'm going to show you it. The Gamma Quadrant episode arc begins at level 60, and it's available to all captains. Jem'Hadar captains will start this arc with an exclusive episode titled Turn the Tide. Fight to save both the Gamma and Alpha Quadrants from the invasion of the Hurk. So yeah, the Jem'Hadar will get that specific Turn the Tide mission, and the rest of the 6 missions. But the Starfleet, Klingon, Romulans, they will get just the 6 missions. You will not get Turn the Tide. Gamma Quadrant Battle Zone. The Gamma Quadrant exists. You can go to the Wormhole and go to the Gamma Quadrant. In it is a battle zone, and it's structured very differently from other battle zones. So that's a lot of stuff you can do right there. And that's going to get you Gamma marks for the new Gamma reputation. The Swarm. It's a new queue, a new STF, you could say, to go run. I have done it once. It's not very difficult. I ran it on normal mode, and I pugged it, and we were very successful. And I got me some Gamma marks. So it's actually not very hard to do. I have not done it on advanced yet, however. And right now, the elite version of it is broken. But I do recommend playing that and trying that out. Just remember to follow the rules. Read what you need to do in each phase of the swarm and do it. Because I noticed that our team was killing all the Hurk, but they weren't doing the required things for the phase, like send power to the Jem'Hadar ships. We were not doing that. No one in the team was doing that. They were just fighting the Hurk. So make sure to actually do what it says to do in each phase. And then you have the Gamma Task Force reputation. A brand new reputation to, of course, once again, grind through. A lot of grinding here. But a brand new reputation, you can max it out. And, of course, there's going to be a lot of gear to have and play with in that. Ground gear, a space set, a weapon set. You know, all of that right there. But this don't even touch on everything that's actually available, because obviously with the Jem'Hadar, you've got a whole set of new ships you can play with, right? We've got brand new Jem'Hadar ships you can play with. DS9 has been completely redone. Go check out DS9. Just a whole lot of stuff here to do. Let's look quickly at the missions, because you know, as you are leveling up your character to 65, you're going to wonder, well, how do I do that? Well, you can play these new missions. That's how you can do that. If you go to the mission journal, you will now see that there is this new thing called Gamma Quadrant here. And there are new missions. That is, of course, right under New Frontiers, which was the last set of missions, which ended with the Renegade's Regret. Remember all that stuff? Now we have the Gamma Quadrant. We've got Storm Clouds Gather, Armistice, The Search, Doomed to Repeat, Quark's Lucky 7, and Tenebris Turkant. So that is 6 missions right there. And I am on a Starfleet character at the moment. So that's 6 new missions to play as a Starfleet character, or if you're a KDF character, or you're a Romulan character, or you're a TOS character. Whichever one you are, these are the 6 missions you will be able to play now. So there's 6 brand new mission content stuff right there for you. And that will help level you to 65. So that'll take some time and keep you busy. And of course, each mission will have unique rewards. And I don't know what the rewards are in these missions, but, you know, they're going to be unique rewards. Maybe there's some good stuff to be had there. And maybe even some repeatable stuff where you have to replay a mission 2 or 3 times to get all the gear that it offers. So there could be some fun stuff in there, and I look forward to finding out what is available. But obviously you want to play the new missions and see what kind of cool gear it gives you, because that could be fun. That could help your gameplay. So take note of that. 6 missions there to play, and of course if you're Jim Hadar, you'll have 7 missions to play, and then all this old stuff will open up to you with the Jim Hadar faction after you finish the Gamma Quadrant stuff. So that should keep you busy there playing missions. If we go to the Q tab here, PvE Qs, this is where you will of course find the Swarm. And I'm not going to join it right now, but as you can see, there is a normal version of the Swarm. And there is, I'm guessing, advanced, and we know Elite's broken. But if you go down to gamma marks here, you will see what actually translates to giving you gamma marks. And oh, I have it on ground. And right now, you will see that the only STF under gamma marks is the Swarm. But yeah, there is the advanced version and then the Elite, but Elite is broken, so just work with advanced or the normal mode. I would start with the normal difficulty because it's a new STF, you've never played it before, you don't know the tactics, you don't know what's required. So start with a normal challenge. That way you can get used to it and play it many, many times on normal. Then once you feel like you've gotten it down and how it works, then go to advanced. Only go to advanced when you know what you're doing. Remember, you'll have to send power to the Jim Hadar ships, you'll have to repair satellites, and you'll have to launch mining drones or tractor beam mines. You'll have to do all those things in each phase so that you have a good chance of keeping the Herc away from protecting the transports in the last phase. So keep all that in mind. There's a lot of stuff to do there, but just make sure to do it all. Don't just go fight the Herc and do nothing else, which is what I noticed people doing. So that's all that's available under gamma marks here, but what it's not showing is the Gamma Quadrant. And you can physically go there by going to Deep Space Nine and going through the wormhole. So let me bring up the map and show you. This is new, and that is also not the map. If we go to Galaxy Map, check this out. Here's the galaxy as we know it. Here's the Delta Quadrant and all the Delta Quadrant missions. And look at this, a brand new purple section here called the Gamma Quadrant. And we know it's in this part of space. Like here's the Alpha Quadrant, Beta Quadrant, Delta Quadrant. Here's the Gamma Quadrant. So as you can see, there's a lot here. Look at this. They've got a lot of star systems in this. Caladri, Curl, Masan, Kindi, Tiplin. I mean, I don't know any of these. But isn't that cool? There's the wormhole, and the wormhole is near the Idrin system. There's New Bajor. We've heard about that in the TV show, actually. And these are the sectors. Got the Idrin sector, the Stackworn Car, Telos, New Yadera, Umbrul. It's very cool. I mean, now we get to see how the quadrant is actually laid out. And, you know, pretty much that part of space, the Dominion, you know, rule that part of space. So that's very cool. So obviously to get there, you can see this little connector here is showing you have to go to Deep Space Nine's wormhole, which will warp you all the way into the Gamma Quadrant. So that's very cool. That's brand new. So when you go into the Gamma Quadrant, you're going to have that new battle zone show up, and I'll show it to you in this video. I haven't played it yet. I don't know how it works, but I can show it to you and show you how you get to it so you can play it. And this is the other way to earn Gamma marks, is obviously playing this. And what do you earn Gamma marks for? Well, of course, the new reputation. If we go to reputation, and we go, it's actually at the top here, Gamma Task Force. This is the new reputation. And you will see you've got, 5 levels to go up. And each one will offer new gear and new things. There's going to be ground gear and space gear for you. Personal shield, ground set, warp core, singularity core, ground weapons, gamma defense inhibiting polarons with polaron weapons here, pistol ground weapons, universal ordnance accelerator set, tactical kit modules, so kit modules as well, catcher cell hypospray, cloaked mine barrier, graviton deflector array, chronoton torpedo launcher, chronoton mine launcher, projectile space weapons, chronoton projectile space weapons, inhibiting chronoton projectile space weapons, inhibiting polaron space weapons, inhibiting polaron, combat impulse engines, polaron pulse waves. Finally, we've got concentrated polyalloy weave armor. This is a part of the ground set. Shield array, omnidirectional beam array, ordnance set, polaron heavy turret. So a lot of stuff here, and you will notice that it's all polaron based. So the Gamma stuff, the Dominion stuff, is very polaron energy based. If you watch Deep Space Nine in Season 2, where they meet the Jem'Hadar for the first time at the end of Season 2, because I just rewatched that episode, the Dominion, the Jem'Hadar, are firing phased polaron, and that is able to get through a Galaxy-class's shields and destroyed their nacelle with one hit. And they used phased polaron. So that, if you want to keep canon to Deep Space Nine, to Star Trek, and to the Jem'Hadar, phased polaron is what you want to use on your Jem'Hadar ship to keep canon. I am probably going to end up doing that myself, and from what I hear, that's the default weapon on the ship you will get anyway with the Jem'Hadar. So I will definitely be keeping 2 phased polarons for my Gamma Quadrant build. It's just makes sense, it keeps it very thematic to the show, and I think that's very cool. So phased polaron, and obviously the reputation is all polaron based energy weapons as well, so the name of the game here is Polaron. And here's a picture of the suits here. I look forward to getting that. And just all the other things. There are passives here too, of course. We've got plus 50 willpower, plus 15 kit performance, plus 30 control and drain resistance rating when activating a captain ability, plus 15% control and drain effectiveness, plus 5% bonus all damage. So you guys who just want to do a lot of damage, that'd be a good trait for you. 10% shield resistance, plus 5% bonus weapon damage. Ooh, so you could have plus 5% bonus all damage, and then you could also have plus 5% bonus weapon damage. That's cool. 10% shield resistance. And this is one little ship, a Danube runabout, warps in and flies around for 30 seconds. A little tiny runabout is going to go around shooting people with their phasers, which is just like that episode where the runabout got shrunk and tiny and flew around the Defiant. Remember that episode? I kind of liked that. It was fun. So that is, of course, another thing to grind for and keep you busy. Right there, the reputation stuff. Let's go to the C-Store real quick, because obviously there's going to be new things to buy in the C-Store and do. So the big thing is, if you bought the discount packs, which I did, those are available to you now. I own the big Vanguard pack. This one here. And I've already acquired it so that I have everything available to me. But here's a picture of like all the ships you get and stuff. You get the playable Cardassian. I forgot to show you that, but you do get a playable Cardassian. You get outfits and uniforms and titles and other things here. There's a whole list here. Here's the ships you get. Several tier 6 ships. You get the Vanguard Destroyer, Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser, Vanguard Carrier, Vanguard Raider. And then there's a lot of tier 5 ships as well. You've got the Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier and Heavy Escort Carrier. And then there's Cardassian Intel ships. The Dreadnought, Flight Deck Cruiser, and the Tatapa class. And the Galler as well, which is a tier 5 ship now. Note that. Playable Jem'Hadar Vanguard, playable Cardassians, Jem'Hadar Tactical EV suits, bridge officers, tech upgrades, XP boosts, titles. So a lot of stuff with that pack, which I already claimed. And if you do have this pack, you also at the same time get the starter pack as well, which was up here at the top. Yeah, you also get the starter pack. I mean, it's basically redundant, but I think a couple of different titles that you did not have. You get like plain and simple title, but you get the same ship there and the same playable species. So kind of redundant to have both, but you do have access to both. And so if we go to, or you can buy the ships separately. Like for example, here's their Cardassian Intel bundle, which comes with 3 Cardassian ships, as you see here. So this would be a lot cheaper if you didn't want to buy the whole big pack and you just wanted to buy like the ships. They have the Cardassian ships here. Do they have the Dominion ships? Let's find out, because I'm not sure. You know what I don't see? I don't see a bundle pack of the Jem'Hadar ships. So that's interesting. Maybe that will come in the future, or maybe I'm overlooking it. You can, of course, go buy them separately. If you go to like tier 6 ships, for example. Here's the Cardassian ships. Here's the Intel Escort Tatapa class. You could purchase it separately. Here's another Cardassian Flight Deck Cruiser. Here's a Cardassian Intel Science Dreadnought. These can all be chosen separately. They're all tier 6 ships. And then the Jem'Hadar ships are in here too. You can purchase them separately as well. Just gotta find them. I wish they would organize this by faction ships so you could like find these things easier instead of having to scroll down like a million ships to find what you're looking for. But here are the Jem'Hadar ships that you get in the bundle, but you could also purchase separately. You've got the Jem'Hadar Vanguard Carrier, very science-based this ship, which is odd. But look at the specs on this. I was looking at this today. Has 1 commander science station, has 5 science consoles, 2 engineering, and 4 tactical. Yet it's a carrier. It's a Vanguard carrier. It's a science-oriented carrier. You would think for something like this it'd be a lot more heavy on the engineering console slots than the science ones, but look at that, 5 science. And a commander level science bridge officer for a carrier. Pretty crazy thing that a carrier would be science based like that. So that could be a very interesting build. You've got the Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser, Heavy Raider, and then the Vanguard Warship. And all these can be purchased separately. You don't have to buy that bundle, but that's new here, of course, is all of that. Under Tier 5 is where you'll find the Galler. The Cardassian Galler class is now here. It's a Tier 5 ship, and I don't know if it can be upgraded to Tier 5U, but I'm going to guess that it can. I don't know for certain, though, so don't quote me on that. But it might be upgradable to Tier 5U, but it starts off as a Tier 5 ship. Now, if you go to personnel, you'll find new things as well. For example, you have to go to the C store to get the Cardassian. And let's find it. Here you go, Cardassians, which of course I've already got because I got the pack. But if you didn't have the pack, you would have to go here to the C store and buy playable Cardassians, and this will allow you to play as a Cardassian. Now that's not a faction, it's just going to be whatever faction you start this on is what faction you will be, but it's just the fact that you'll be a Cardassian instead of another alien race. So nothing extremely unique about it, you're just going to look a little different. And I guess it has unique traits. Photographic memory. Cardassians are well known for their photographic memory, which is utilized during combat to recall the extensive combat training. For every 5 seconds you're in combat, you will gain 1 stack of recalled tactics, which will increase your damage, accuracy, and defense. So that's the space trait for the Cardassian. And then the ground trait increases your resistance to mind controlling attacks. So that's what you get unique for a Cardassian. And of course, if you don't have the pack, you could also purchase the Jem'Hadar Vanguard. Remember, there's just a regular Jem'Hadar. But for the Jem'Hadar Vanguard, you're going to get this stuff here. You're going to get an updated species appearance, including female options. So you'll have female Jem'Hadar options with the Vanguard. So that's interesting. Now, this must be a typo here because it says Riemann species trait standard. Riemann uniform variants, mind drain Riemanns. I think they have some errors here. I do not think you'll be getting Riemann powers or looking like a Riemann. So the mind drain is definitely a Riemann power. So I think they might have a problem here. But what you will get, and I will have to find out in more detail later, is our specific space traits that only the Vanguard will have. The regular Jem'Hadar will not have those traits, but the Vanguard will. And I don't think it's going to be the Riemann stuff, so we'll have to wait for them to fix that so we can find out what those differences actually are. But that is a playable thing you can have there. And I don't know about everything else. I haven't really looked at all the other stuff. Like appearances, is there new uniforms and stuff? Maybe, I don't know. Just kind of glancing through it now. I don't really see anything new there under appearance. Duty officers, I'm guessing, yeah, there's a Gamma Quadrant duty officer cadre you can pick from. And that's what they're promoting right now. So that's what you get out of the C-store. We'll go to Drozana and check out the low-buy store too. There's just a couple of new things there, but not a lot. Now another thing you can do is, of course, a lockbox. If you go to the Dilithium store, you can purchase the Deep Space Nine lockbox. I don't know what everything is in it. You can go check the web page to see everything that's in it, but I mean, that of course takes keys. I don't even think I have a key on me. I don't have a master key. I've got enough energy credits. Let's purchase a master key and see. Just open one box, you know. So there, I've got a master key. Let's just open one box just for the heck of it. For you guys, and only for you. Let's open one box. Okay, I got some bridge officers. Okay. So what did I get? I've got DS9 bridge officers. Open to receive a random holographic DS9 bridge officer. So your options, you could get a holographic Quark, a holographic Sarashmina, or Loris, or Lek, or Wayun, or Rom, or James Curlin, or Nog, or Duke Rex. These, of course, can be used as a bridge officer. They are a holographic bridge officer. So that's what I got for opening one box. Not extremely useful to me. I'm probably not going to use stuff like that, but I do want to see how much you could sell it for on the exchange. They're very cheap, so yeah, that was a big whoop. I would have saved more money buying one of those packs than buying a master key to get that reward. That's how stupid that was. But anyway, that's the luck of draw on the lock boxes. Now, because I opened the pack, I did get this cool thing, the Vanguard pack. I got a Vanguard environmental suit. So there's the stats on it. That's cool. So another environmental suit to have.
Holodeck time can be reserved at the kiosk on deck 38.
So that is that. Now, another thing that I must talk about is, of course, because we got a level cap increase up to 65, we also got a gear cap increase. That's right. Level 14 on gear is no longer the highest mark level. Mark 14, no more the highest. Now the highest is Mark 15. That's right, one more level, so you get to go up from 14 to 15. Gold is still the highest traits you can get. Gold is still the highest modifiers you can get, but Mark 15 is now the highest mark level you can get. And you can see here, I have gone ahead and upgraded a couple of things just so I could show you. I made my Temporal Defense Initiative Adaptable Combat Armor here Mark 15. And the stats on that all increased, and look at my health now, 1,111. It was below 1,000 before I upgraded this thing, and now it's above. Now it's well above. That's really cool. So that is now upgraded to Mark 15, and when I do upgrade item, you'll see item has obtained maximum quality. So Mark 15 gold is the new stuff. I also upgraded my shield. My shield power is 812 right now. So yeah, that really helped. And upgrade item, you'll see item has obtained maximum quality. So 15 gold. For example, my weapon here, which is 14, will allow me to upgrade it. No. Oh, wait. It says it's obtained maximum quality. That's weird. Because it hasn't. There might be some bugs here, because check that out. This is level 14, and 15 is the new cap, but when I do it, maybe if I take it off, maybe it's because I'm wearing it. No, look, it still says item has obtained maximum quality, but it hasn't, because it's 14 and it can go to 15. It even says the result here will be 15. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe we have a bug. That should allow me to upgrade it. Oh, this one I can already upgrade. See, it says item, oh, quality. It's talking about the gold level, not the mark level. I am so stupid, guys. Sorry about that. So right here, when this says item has obtained maximum quality, that actually means that's the level of the modifiers. It's gold, so it can't go higher than gold. But it can be increased in mark level. This here says max, so it cannot be. This one, apparently I have some tech upgrade somewhere that's going to allow me to do this, but I could upgrade this item to, I could upgrade this to 15 right now if I wanted to, just by hitting upgrade items, ready to upgrade. I guess if it's not going to cost me anything, let's go ahead and upgrade it. There, now it's max level. So there, now these weapons are Mark 15. Just got a whole stat increase on that. So there you go. So go through all your stuff and see what you can upgrade. And yeah, upgrade to 15. Same on your ship. These don't let me upgrade them. I bet I have to take them off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so weapons too also can go up to 15. So another thing that you can grind for right there is all your weapons. Everything. Make them level Mark 15. Level Mark 15. So that's some new stuff to grind for right there. That should be a lot of fun, right? So, that's a lot of stuff. There's probably even more stuff that I have forgotten or I can't think of at the moment. But I think I've covered the big stuff. We went through the reputation. I showed you that you are getting a new specialization point that you can add. Go check that out because I bet you got a new one. Obviously, you got to go from 60 to 65. You got to play the new missions. You got to do the new STF swarm. We'll go to the battle zone and check that out real quick too. The only thing I'm not going to show in this video is Deep Space Nine yet. I'm going to make a separate video where I compare the old Deep Space Nine to the new Deep Space Nine. So stay tuned for that. Later this week will be a new video just on Deep Space Nine itself, which is going to be really cool. And of course, creating a Jim Hadar character. Let's go back to the character creation screen, because I want to see where the Cardassian comes in at. So if we create a Starfleet character, for example, I should have a, yeah, there we go. I got a Cardassian there now. Okay, that wasn't there before. Female or male Cardassian. Okay, so there you go. So like under Starfleet, now that I have opened my Vanguard pack and I have that Cardassian, playable Cardassian, there you go. So pretty much that's what you get. And of course you can customize their traits. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see if which faction the Cardassian is under. Under Starfleet, it's under KDF, so you can have a Cardassian KDF. Under Romulan Republic? No. Okay, so no Cardassian under Romulan. You either get a Romulan or a Reman or the Borg Romulan or alien. So there is no Cardassian under a Romulan. So if you want to be a Romulan, you're pretty much going to be a Romulan. Let's see a TOS Starfleet. No, check that out. No Cardassian under TOS Starfleet either. And then under Dominion, you've just got the Jim Hadar. So, if you want to play a Cardassian, it's either Starfleet or KDF. So, I was wrong before. Cardassian is either Starfleet or KDF, and that's it. That's where you're going to have your new Cardassian character. And of course, there's only 3 Cardassian ships you can use, and those are in-game ships. So, as you're leveling your new character, you're going to be leveling it with Starfleet ships or KDF ships, not even Cardassian ships. Again, it's not a faction, so I guess that makes sense, but that's what you're going to get there. Let's see, somewhere I have a character parked at Drozana, because I wanted to show you all the low-buy store. Yeah, this one, here we go. And here's what's new under the low-buy store. We've got the Maquis Raider. So there is another new starship. This is a Tier 6 Maquis Raider that you can fly. And there's the stats on it. Commander Tactical, 5 tactical slots. So yeah, definitely a Raider type ship. I bet it can do a lot of damage. Other than that, there's no other new ships under the low-buy store. So just the Maquis Raider. But under space gear, there's nothing new there. Under ground gear, 2 costumes. You've got the Hunter armor, which is the Tosk Hunter armor they were talking about. And then the Hunter energy crossbow as well to use. And I think, okay, you've got Tycoon tailored suits, kind of like Ferengi Tycoon suits. And a replica Grand Nagus outfit. And that's it. That's all the new low-buy stuff. So not a lot of low-buy stuff this expansion. Just a few things there. Probably the most worthy thing here is going to be that Maquis Raider, that Tier 6 Maquis Raider. Could be very fun to fly. Let's go to the Gamma Quadrant. How about that? Because I have not looked at it yet myself, and I'm very curious. So we need to go to Deep Space Nine. Let's see if I can just transwarp to DS9. Why can't I transwarp there? Fleet Starbase Sol K13. Because this character hasn't finished the doffing on that yet, I bet. So let me go to another character. Sorry about that. Let's go back to my main character. I should be able to get him over there easy. I should be able to transwarp straight to DS9, and then we can just go through the wormhole. There we go. I should say, let's spore drive over to the wormhole, Deep Space Nine. And if we find the wormhole, I guess it should open up on us somewhere. Like, where is it if you didn't know where it was? That's a good question. Where's the wormhole? They need to make this a little easier if you want to travel to the Gamma Quadrant, because I can't find the wormhole. See, we can beam to DS9, go to Ops or dock at DS9, but I don't want any of that. I want the wormhole, because that's how you travel to the Gamma Quadrant. So do I like literally have to wait for it? Well, that's confusing. They need to make it a little more intuitive to get to the Gamma Quadrant. Oh, there it is. So I guess you do have to wait for it. How inconvenient that is. And it's very far away. What? I thought that's how you get to it. Hello, wormhole. Let me go through you, wormhole. Okay, it's not working, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Of course, I've never done this before, so I'm probably doing everything wrong. But I thought this is how you get to the Gamma Quadrant. I mean, am I wrong? Maybe you have to play a mission to get there first. Maybe it won't let you there because you have to, like, do a thing to do a thing or something. Well, if that's the case, I don't like it. Because I want to go there now. Make me go there now. Let's see. Let's go back out to sector space. Maybe you access it from sector space. Maybe. Oh. Okay. I'm stupid. You have to take the Gamma Quadrant wormhole from sector space, guys. Oh, they should have it within the system anyway. That would be so cool. But okay, so there it is. So you got to take it from sector space. Let's go to the Gamma Quadrant. Oh, here we go. I'm in the Gamma Quadrant. There's the wormhole. There's a nebula. There's the LS system. If we bring up our local final phase, I don't know what any of that means. If we bring up our local map, here we are on the local map. And all the places we can go around here. Very cool. Ancient Dominion Station? Oh, man. The Jinkata Nebula, Obata Cluster. That Ancient Dominion Station really intrigues me. I want to go there right now, but I don't want to ruin my immersion yet. So if I'm not supposed to be there yet. So that's the local space, and then, okay, I don't know how this all works. Herc invasion, multiple incoming capital ships, complete as many Herc assaults as you can before time expires. Battle zone alert, final assault, final Herc assault briefing.
The Herc are attacking the homeworld of the Founders. We have to stop them. Without the wisdom of the Founders, the Dominion will surely fall.
So how do we defeat the Herc? Is the Dominion also fighting the Herc? And that's all for now. I'll have to read all this later. I guess if you click this, you go directly there. I don't really want to get involved just yet. I want to do a playthrough of it, of course, and record it, but not quite yet. I wonder where it would take you. And I wonder what the new homeworld of the Founders is. Because I don't know. Let's see what happens when you do click this. Final assault phase. Gain bonus completion, or 90 dilithium ore, 5 gamma marks, 180, 15 gamma, 1 germanium, more dilithium, more gamma, 2 germanium, 50 gamma, 360. That's cool. 2, so basically you can get like a lot of stuff here if you sit through and do everything. Okay, so it joins a queue. I don't want to join the queue right now because I don't want to get involved just yet. Not ready. But when I am ready, I will record a full video on it. And we will do that. But now at least you guys know where to come to do that. I kind of want to fly around and explore this part of space. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's any patrols or stuff to do here, you know, like patrols type stuff. I mean, I wonder. I don't know. I have no idea what's here. I've never been here before. Who knows? I want to go to this Ancient Dominion Station real bad. So you know what? I'm going to do it right now. Because I want to. So, there. I'm so curious. Oh, that's a cool name. Omnipresent. Oh, slow down. Oh, that's cool. It's like inside an asteroid. Can't do anything here, but that's cool. I bet it's part of a mission. Of course, I bet all this is part of a mission. Well, I look forward to getting involved in all this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. Okay, cool. So let's say we want to get back home. I guess we could transwarp if we had the ability. Of course, I've used my transwarp. So I guess we have to take the wormhole back. So I'm trying to think if I've covered everything here. If I have forgotten anything or left anything out, forgive me and just fill in the blanks yourself, because it is very possible I might have left something out. This expansion does include a lot of things, and I haven't quite looked through every single thing to see what's there. Is there anything new under here? Like, I think there's a new weapon thing. A new, what do you call it? A new experimental weapon. Here's the hyper-excited ion stream. I think there's a new experimental weapon, but you probably get it with like the Raider or something like that. I bet the Maquis Raider, that might have it. I'd have to find out. What else? Yeah, I think I covered the big stuff, man. I covered all the big stuff. Jem'Hadar Captain, the recruitment event, the Gamma Quadrant Ark, which are the new missions to play, the battle zone, the swarm, the reputation. I mean, that's all the big stuff right there. I mean, really the big thing here is to create a new Jem'Hadar Captain, Vanguard or regular. Make sure that they're a Gamma recruit so you get all the rewards. You know, take advantage of that right now. And play the new missions, whether you are Jem'Hadar or Starfleet or whatever. Play the new missions. Level up your character, because level 60 is no longer the max level, so level up your character to 65. Grind for the reputation and play the STFs and everything. Level up your gear. Mark 14 is no longer the max level on gear. Now Mark 15, so grind away, leveling up your gear. Play with the new starships that are available. Roll a Cardassian, you know, on the Federation or KDF side, and play all the missions over again as a Cardassian, you know. Unfortunately, you just won't get to use any Cardassian ships until Tier 5 with the Galler. You won't be able to play any Cardassian ships. You'll have to rely on your faction ships for that. And that's pretty much Victory is Life. That's the gist of it. That's the biggest, largest things you can do with this expansion. So I think that pretty well covers everything. Again, if there's anything I've left out, I'll make more videos on it later. And you can remind me in the comments and remind others if there was anything I left out as well. I'm sure there's little things, you know, here and there. So the next order of business for me is I am going to do a Deep Space Nine comparison. They have revamped DS9 exterior and interior for this expansion. And before this expansion released, I recorded a tour of Deep Space Nine. And what I'm going to do is, in that same video, I am going to do a tour of the new Deep Space Nine. And so you can watch a comparison. You'll see the tour of the old one, and then it'll cut to the tour of the new one. And you can compare them like that, back to back, so that we see all the new changes to DS9 on the exterior and interior. And let me tell you, there's a lot, and it looks very good now. So look forward to that special video toward the end of this week as I put that together. That should be a lot of fun. That'll just be a fun video. And in addition, for future videos, expect that I will have a video on the Swarm. I will probably do a normal run and an advanced run. Expect in the future I will also do the Battle Zone and do a full run of the Battle Zone and see what that's like. Also expect that I will play all new 6 missions on a Starfleet character. That's right, I'm going to get our old Ensign Ricky out of mothballs, and we're going to continue on him, and I'm going to play the new Gamma Quadrant missions on him so that I can see what they're like from a Starfleet side. Then, of course, expect that I will be rolling a new Jem'Hadar Vanguard character and do a playthrough on that faction. I will be, of course, seeing what happens when you make one in its max level. I'll play all 7 missions that you have to play on that character, and I will, of course, start getting into Jem'Hadar ships on that character and start doing like mini reviews of those Jem'Hadar ships. And later on, keep building things up and do like full reviews on those Jem'Hadar ships. And then farther in the future, may even make a Cardassian captain and do something with that. And of course, we've got 3 new Cardassian ships to review as well. I've got a ton of ships to review. No shortage of ships to review, I'll tell you that. So do expect more ship reviews in the future, regardless if it's Cardassian, Jem'Hadar, Starfleet, or KDF, or Romulan. I will do all of them. So that's what I have planned in Star Trek Online for the next several months. If you want to see all of this, you know what to do. Subscribe. Hit the notification icon, and you'll see the new videos as I post them up. And that's the plan. Going to keep busy here and keep pumping these videos out in addition to the Romulan playthrough I'm doing as a Riemann character. That playthrough is going to continue as well on top of all of these Victory is Life videos. So a ton of stuff to record, a ton of stuff to play, a ton of stuff to do, and I want to do it all for you. But you got to subscribe and hit that notification so you know that it's coming, so you can watch them when they're out. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful time playing Victory is Life. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this expansion. And let me know if you are having fun or not. And I hope you are, because if you're not having fun, why even play? Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.